Welcome everyone from our wonderful homes and to your screens. I'm Lee Smith, and joining me this side, there he is. If I poke that way, actually if I poke about far enough that way, I might be able to catch him. He's only
or if
about...
I turn and face towards you, I might hit you with my nose, so who knows.
He's about less than half a mile away from me over that way, just over the Rhine. But I'm Lee Smith, and joining me is Jason Kaplan, and we are here to bring you the Trovo Challenge. Now, of course, $10,000, actually 20,000 technically. It's 10,000 for Europe, 10,000 for America as well, being split across the teams. Now, if you don't know what this is all about, we've had 256 teams qualifying to be here, and we're down to the last 8 teams, Jason.
Yeah, it's been rough times. We saw even a lot of teams within the qualifiers. Unfortunately, only 4 can make it through each of the 2 for EU and I believe for NA. And even teams that we just saw on the Rise of Titans tournament just a few days ago, like Need More DM, who surprised the hell out of us, beating a team like Mattistack, which is funny enough a team we're going to see here, beating a team like Prodigy. They unfortunately didn't qualify through, losing to 2G4L, and that was a team we didn't even get to watch just a few days ago. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen, what's going to break down, and more importantly, get to see some players we haven't been able to see in the past.
Yeah, I mean, it's rough old territory at the moment, but we'll get there eventually. Things will balance themselves out. Let's have a look at the schedule for today. Of course, we're starting things out. It's going to be Nolpenki versus Mattistack. Now, Mattistack is probably most famous for having Taimu in the team. They actually had Ocelot playing for them. Carlos himself, Mr.
Well, now I know why they lost.
Played the other day, but yeah, he's not in this team. He's not in this lineup. They did lose indeed in that one to Need More DM. And then we're going to be following later on for 5GG now versus Esoteric. Now, there are other matches taking part as well. Worst player of 2G4L will also be playing at 6 o'clock. So we'll try and keep you up to date with the scores as we get them. They are all best of 3s, as you can see. North America will be kicking off, or North America with Canada, United States and Canada, whatever you're preferring there. And that's going to be brought to you by, I think it's going to be, is it Vansily and Simo tonight? Is it
no,
Vince, Vansily and Bok tonight? So going to be bringing you all the action. So thank you very much for joining us. If you just joined us, then you will obviously realize that this is all being hosted and ran by GLL. So thank you very much for them for obviously getting us here as well, Jason. So let's talk about the first best of 3, because obviously we're coming into this one hot off the back of another tournament. We've just done 3 days of casting ourselves. Yeah, so obviously we're looking towards the brackets here. You can see, as we mentioned, worst players versus 2G4L are going to be playing at the same time as Mattistack Nolpenki. We'll try and keep you up to date with that. That's the 6 o'clock bracket, the top half of the bracket. Lower bracket is going to be at 9 p.m. So in 3 hours' time, we're going to be jumping into that one. We're going to be covering 5GG, which is formerly known as Crazy. A lot of team changes, etc. going to be happening. And LOL versus Jbzzz. Or ZZZ if you want to be that way. But it's
going to be weird.
The breakdown, $5,000 first place, $1,800 for second, all then $800 down to the $400. So if any of these teams they've already reached here, they're already going to get $400. Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the money is like a major factor to this. Imagine taking home, $1 grand per player for your team. I wouldn't complain about like that. I wouldn't complain about getting a nice little payday. But also what's important is this is a chance for players to kind of stand out when it comes to organizations looking for players. We've seen G2 just pick up artists. Obviously, a lot of people are trying to make a name for themselves. And I have to say this, and I don't mean it to sound negative, but I don't think we're going to see most of the teams we currently have around stick together as a team later on down at the line in Valorant. Organizations are picking apart teams. We're hearing rumors potentially, for Fish 1, 2, 3. It's about standing out, right? It's about making a name for yourself, making a name for your team, and having a chance to join an organization down the line.
So as you can see, the maps is down the bottom of the screen. It's going to be Haven, Split, and Ascent. Going to be our first maps. Not too surprising. We don't tend to see too much bind in there. The lineups, of course, Chobu, Vac, Loudly, and McCoy. Now, obviously, we know Vac pretty well in there. For Mattistack, Jesmond, Nisu, Taimu, Nikolai, Matty, and Fast Handy. Obviously, that is more than 5 players, so we don't know which ones will be playing today.
Taimu, Jesmond, Matty, Niso, and Fast Handy will be the 5 participating. Fast Handy is more of a substitute for him. They needed a Sage player, bringing him in. Though we obviously saw just a few days ago, you don't necessarily need a Sage to win matches or to win tournaments. But to give you a little background about the players, you know, for Nolpenki, Lithuanian team, 4 of them are mostly CS players. Vac, you mentioned you recognize him from PUBG.
Yeah.
They kind of play like in a semi-pro kind of level.
Maybe
he told me
he
told me
Overwatch,
PUBG.
maybe.
Oh really? Oh, he told me PUBG when I talked to him.
I think he's been around a lot.
Yeah, and the point is they have backgrounds, you know, across multiple games, and we've seen having a solid background when it comes to CS for just like the basic 101 FPS mechanics is super important. So how well they play together as a team is my question going into this. They play a team in general without like a lot of smokes. I was kind of talking to them before. They tend to dry peek a lot of angles. And that worries me, Demon, because when you play against operators, which we've seen come to life so heavily over North America during the T1 Invitational, and we saw just a few days ago, you can't really afford to do that. So not a lot of flashes, no Reyna, no Phoenix probably being played for their team. They do tend to like Jet and Omen, so probably that's the only smokes they're going to be running with. But it's going to be a tough team. It's going to be a team full of duelists, and we already saw with Shadowburn's team, that doesn't necessarily work out too well.
No, that didn't go well for him. That was a round of 32 game that went out pretty quick on Monday.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see, because obviously we saw Fabricant on Wednesday picking up the victory, not using a Sage, and this is something we talked about, how Sage is starting to not become the default option. However, as you can see, both teams are running with the Sage in this one. Now, we're going to try and get ourselves figured out. Hopefully the game sound will be on. I can't hear much. I may be wrong. Might just be us. No, there it is. I can hear the ticking down. So we'll try and figure out just about who's going to be on what. But as you can see, there's going to be a Jet, Raze, Omen, Cypher and Sage, so pretty strong defensive lineup and attack. Good balance in there. And the C stack down long will be cut short, so the rotate coming through.
Yeah, they're going to look to rotate, I guess, back towards the A site, where there's Cypher and Jet going to be waiting, but we haven't seen any trap wires really be committed. Only the one to block off the main entrance in towards B, as well as a spy cam there as well. But I like what Vac's doing. I mean, he's putting himself in a position to not necessarily go for the shot, but to gather information so they can force those rotations. We can see 2 players coming off the C site to help defend here towards A. The push is going to be coming through from long and from short. However, they have stalled things out for a bit of time. One more Cloudburst left here for Vac to buy even more. And even the Raze, Jbzzz, going to be sitting in the middle towards B, looking for an entry towards this side, trying to tug and pull this defense, try to bait out a lot of these abilities, and they've been quite successful. Even the Sage Barrier Orb was used towards A.
Does he see the camera there? I wonder. You could see he was looking up for it, the Raze in B. But now they're rotating around towards it, expecting it to come. He's just checked the camera. You see it goes through double doors, but the B plant is already going down. The wall's already been picked off. They're going to try and cover off the A-Link approach, and it will loudly will get taken down, but there's 3 more following through as Niso gets around. Time will take back down. Cuts him off. Cho, though, has managed to break the deadlock, pushing through. Can they get the defuse stuck in there? Where's the support coming? They're all being forced away from site. I've got a feeling that somebody's just got to get in and stick that
No,
defuse,
you can't.
They've got to clear them out.
Yeah, that's the problem, is they have no Sage Wall anymore. They use it towards short. There's going to be smokes coming down trying to stick it. They can ping out the spike where it's going to be. Somehow stick this. Somehow is no one shoot him, as Niso's just going to push straight through and get the kill on the Cho. They'll stop the defuse from coming through, and Mattistack will take the first round.
Yeah, no walls. The smokes were running out. There was already a ignite on there as well. I was about to say the ignition series. It's like been burned into my brain by Riot, that one.
Yeah.
The ignite is down already. So, or the molly, whichever you prefer to call it, coming out from the brimstone. Actually, very surprised to see no breach or brimstone, by the way, for Nolpenki.
Yeah, I guess that's just kind of not what they really want to play, leaning more towards the duelist route. I mean, flashes are massive. Again, Fabricant, one of the few teams that we've been able to see, Demon, who can use it so successfully, especially when people have been able to figure breach out over time. But I like this aggressive play towards C. They realized they lost the first round. I don't think they invested too much into this, but the problem is the trap warrior there, and the trapper is going to spot them out, but boost him out, still gets the kill. Matty doesn't turn in time, and they get 2 kills.
That's cheeky little push, a thrifty round perhaps here, as the rest will push in. 1 round short. Oh, we just caught a glimpse of him. That was just so tight on the timing. Cho was spotted last second there, so it does mean the Cypher will get the plant down. So Jbzzz covering off the back angle A, but they are all rotating through towards B-Link straight through. And you can see Niso is sat ready and waiting. It's going to be a triple push around corner. They duck out the way of one, but as you can see, Spectres versus, well, I was about to say pistols, but Vax managed to find himself a weapon. That's going to be taken from the bodies, and that will be the defuse. A thrifty round comes out. Nice work from McCoy.
Yeah, low HP left for Boo and McCoy there too. But you saw what they did. They all grouped together. They all pushed together, just kind of overwhelming the opposite team. And there was no, you know, like 2v4s. There was no multiple players on the attacking side for Mattistack to deal with the aggression. They hit the shots. They get the guns. The Bulldog as well coming out of VAC was phenomenal. And they take the round. This is unfortunate now for Mattistack because this ideally should be a save round now coming through. And we talk about Haven quite a bit. Obviously, Haven is a map that you need to pick up a lot of attacking rounds on. Though, again, if you're Fabricant, you can win 10 rounds on defense. Not sure how that works out. But still, we're going back into the round. We see some Sheriff spot up. Jbzzz going to be picking this up, not investing into any abilities. The early paint shells comes through, tags out Sage. Just going to use the healing orb to get himself back up. But that's now another 40 seconds without this ability. So they have to be careful about taking too much damage.
No. Sheriff going through. There's a wall just been placed. That's going to slow them, and they've already read the approach. So it's going to be a boost to boost. Are they going to have all 4 boost over? Yes, they are. Ready and waiting. Boost over the wall. Out. Can McCoy keep them at bay? He's going to get the slow orb down now. The support arrives with the Omen coming around. They've been forced in towards A-Link. So now support comes in from the left side. As both loudly continues to hammer away. Fast Andy tried to push through, but Boo was there for the support. In fact, you can see sat ready and waiting. Should cut them down. It's still a 3v2. So trying to get the trap down, and the spike, as you can see, it's been trapping towards A-Link. So they've got to go for this push. They have managed to cut back down, and that's opened A-Link up. The Cypher's going to back away from this one to play it a little bit more passive. So they will be able to collect the spike. Oh, he finds Cho around the corner. And this now looking like a Mattistack round. Unless Omen can do something big here on Boo.
I'm not sure about this. Not the most ideal weapon for this retake either. I mean, they dropped their big weapons. The breach flashpoint coming through, not going to catch out onto him. Ideally, he shouldn't be able to clutch this out. They have no crossfire, but at least watching. But they haven't noticed he's pushed up in towards the site. He's going to have that first 1v1. He gets the kill on the Matty. That turns around perfectly on the Cypher. And Isu not going to close that out. And Boo's going to clutch it for him. And that'll be a second round on the board. I do want to point out on that engagement where we saw initially, you saw Boo push up when they boosted over the wall in middle to get in towards the B site. He put out a perfect paranoia, catching out multiple targets, and I believe he even killed the planter. That was over onto, I believe, Jasmine on the Raze. A really good retake coming through, but they got very lucky in this, losing some big weapons.
Yeah, I mean, see, this is always the classic you see at the start there. I want to look towards the end as well. He just takes it into the one-on-ones. So massive round from Boo. Gets himself the 4K. You love to see it. But both the economies are not going to be the greatest. Now, don't read into this one. You can see obviously all the phantoms on the screen there. That's a big observer bug that's happening right now in the game. So we don't really know what the weapons are at the moment. As I say, that Vac manages to pop off the op. And quickly tailwinds away from there. Fast Handy will get Jessamine straight back on his feet though. Nice little angle from Vac to keep peek over. Anyone were to re-peek into the corner, it looks like they're going to take the spike and say, we don't fancy dueling against Vac's operator. Let's reposition over towards A site. And it's a Cypher versus Cypher on A. I don't really know whose traps is who.
I mean, they're going to be hitting the A site. You think back to Meadow and Fabricant, he likes to leave this camera up and not go for the tags, just ping them out the spot. They're going to run straight through. Trap wire as the kill comes in as well. Use that cyber cage for protection as well as the sky smoke that was put down, I believe, by Taimu. And Cho gets himself 2 quick kills. Yes, the site is taken, but the man advantage clearly for Nolpenki.
Yeah, I mean, if anything,
look at this, he's so smart.
The orbital, the sky smoke that goes down is almost counterintuitive. Oh, the spike carrier caught out. Cho getting big there. Couldn't quite finish off. I think Loudly stole it away. Vac comes in, and then the ulti in the end and takes him down. But the sky smoke on the
onto window.
Onto window, yeah. It's kind of counterintuitive because they're tripping over the traps. It doesn't matter that he can't see through it. And if anything, it's her working against you because you can't see him, yet he's shooting you because he sees you clearly.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but what really won the round right there was the initial kill that Vac gets. Not because of the kill, but because they use the boombot towards long C as well. Typically, you'll see a boombot used to clear out trap wires. Ooh, I like this position out of Cho. Okay, so that's how you get the camera up there. So what I'm trying to get at is, you use that to clear trap wires, but because they ran through 2 of them, Cho gets initial first 2 kills, and then they're pretty much already out of the round. They're going to be pushing really heavily over towards the C site. Rotation's going to come through. Paranoia is going to be perfect. Loudly comes in as well. The Sky Smoke blocking them out on their own spawn. And again, Nolpenki just walking away with this round.
Yeah, I mean, it's against an eco, really, but still, they've just kind of been caught in the grinder there. They have managed to get themselves one. I don't even know if they've gone in to click the weapon away from that one, actually, but they did manage to get one down. Didn't quite catch where they saw that they managed to steal the Vandal away down long there, but as you can see, they're kind of all pinned at the moment. In fact, should be keeping them back down there. Going to force them back down long, so where they're going to rotate to, the problem is the spike is still on site, so even if they were to try and move around to double doors, there's no other option for them right now.
I'm just hoping they get peeks. I'm hoping they can get a kill. I believe they picked up the ult orb there, so at least get something for themselves. I think that was the Cypher who picked it up. Yeah, ideally you're not going to win this round. Best you can do is take away a couple of guns, make it costly for Nolpenki. And there you go, Boo gets one, McCoy gets the second. And Nolpenki, again, like this is what's so cool to me, Demon, is when we don't have, and I talked about this before, these invitationals. I like seeing these proper competitive tournaments because I've never heard of Nolpenki before. I've never heard these Lithuanian guys. I know their backgrounds, basically CS and PUBG, but they are honestly looking phenomenal. So far, the teamwork's been great. I love seeing Vac on the jet with the operator play. I think that was kind of coined by Artis, who's now on G2. That's typically over towards the long A position. And now they're rotating him over towards A short. So he's going to go for an early peek. He should just tailwind away if needed, or maybe tailwind in to get there a little bit quicker. He's actually going to walk through, and I don't know if Mattistack is going to be prepared for this. They should, ideally. And yeah, early Cyber Cage is well invested to make sure there's no early pick.
Yeah, so I was just thinking I recognized some of these guys, and it is Nolpenki. They got 3rd place in the Lava Series. I thought I recognized them, quite a few of them. So back there with the opener. So they have played, obviously, since early beta, which means that they were in that Lava Series for some time now. Jbzzz trying to peek through that Sky Smoke straight into Boo. I'm not too sure this is the way they want to go. Both Omen and Raze were sat there at double doors expecting them to push. They've decided to obviously retreat back towards B site, put the pressure on Jet, which is, I believe, Vac playing in the operator here, who's smoked down, and he will manage to find time with the second he peeks, but the second is fast handy. Will find the headshot, but Loudly's quickly rotated in support. Here comes the A-Link and C-Link support. Everything coming their way, and this is going to be running into the grinder. And once again, Jason, the spike is loose and caught on site, and nothing they can do about it.
Yeah, I mean, the ideal play. You get the spike down, you retreat back into middle, play more towards the attacking side of it, and then you just kill them when they try to go for the defuse. Again, they do have a wall, but you can quickly shoot that down, especially with multiple people left alive. But Vac is really impressing me here with this operator. Again, it's seen as a really strong weapon. I think I should be allowed to say it's overpowered at the moment. I think most people out there will agree with me on it, especially when you have a player like Jet to use it on, who can just escape and become so mobile. But I do want to give big credit to Boo. His Omen play, we don't really see too many Omens lately. At least, you know, if you're playing ranked, it's very hard to play Omen unless you can play around a team. But again, his paranoias have been so damn good. It's been super impressive, and now they're rushing straight back in towards A again.
Vax once again there. Again, the Sky Smoke's come down to block off the window. Cho looking for anything to trip over one of his traps. Looks like most of them are going to get away with it. Boo in the corner once again comes out. That's a fast rotate. He didn't even use his ulti. He managed to get back around there, and a flawless round for Nolpenki. 6-1. Mattistack at the moment just do not seem to be able to find themselves any angles, and now it looks like they're going for the double up. They just want to try the picks and make it work.
I'm imagining this should be initial C challenge. Actually, no, they'll sell one of them. Okay, so Timmy will be using it. Looks like he's actually going to go towards double door, which, as we can see, Vac will be going at the same rate. So come down to who hits the shot quicker. If Vac falls, this is a C site take now. Right, this should be a quick rush straight through, as we can see on the mini map. Let's see if Taimu can hit the shot, though. Flashpoint comes in to blind them out and towards middle. Taimu does take down Vac. First 2 kills go the way here of Mattistack. The res will be used on the Loudly, but how long will he survive? And even the refract comes through.
Straight on top of the Resurrect. Read it like a book, and Boo goes down as well. And just the 2 left standing now, both on B site. As we can see, the spike making its way over to C. And I think that's going to be a simple one and done. McCoy will get Nisoi down in the mid. So, 3 on site, 1 down long in a 2v4 retake. Now, I think they're sitting on around about 7-8k, so they certainly can go for this one. There's no reason to really save any weapons. They've got plenty of money. But I think it may just be a case of this one's not really possible. Let's just try and make it costly for them. I was about to say Maddie's going to go for the peek, and you can see McCoy was ready. Now they're going to go double peek on towards site here. Taimu holding long. The Sage is there as well. Now, Sage used the wall, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, right at the start. Jesmond with the rotate around the back. That does the job. And that just leaves Joe on his own on site and goes down.
Yeah, Mattistack we're watching there. It was used to get the res over onto Loudly on the raise. And then just the blast pack and the paint shells come through and it blows him up before he even has a chance to run away. So a really good read into that. Again, you have an operator, you get the spike down, you just play for time. And it's really hard for the defensive side to deal with it. Even if they had a wall, the amount of players left for Mattistack would have just shot the wall down and killed him almost instantly. So they had to have challenged out and hit their shots. But good awareness. Again, Taimu hits the shot on the back.
Don't get cozy.
Niso gets the kill on the Loudly. And then they head towards C. Kind of predicted and well done. Well executed finally out of Mattistack.
So now they've broke the deadlock. Can they keep the pressure on? We kind of read into that one. Look how aggressive Vac has been actually down C long. You can see he's went for that peak information play. McCoy, meanwhile, playing relatively passive here. Looks like he's going to throw the wall down. So that's drawn the wall out. It's actually behind the back of this, so they won't realize it's there yet, behind the dark shadow. Now they're going to see it because the brimstone smoke goes down, the sky smoke used, but it does going to be an A-long play, so it's going to rotate round. Now, at the moment, Omen has shifted. He has got his ulti available, though, if he needs to get over to a quick smart.
What I need to put in here, though, is that there's a cyber cage just kind of thrown in towards the B site. So once they start executing towards A, that Cypher is just going to act as a lurk and act as a flank. But again, Cho, he just cannot be dealt with. We'll get caught up and stunned a little bit. But again, the camera comes through. We can see there's no one else on site. He knows he's safe. But that Cypher towards B, he's going to be the real crucial part of this.
And more importantly, he could see, he's got the camera there, and he realized nobody's pushing. Don't need to panic rotate yet, guys. Nothing's coming towards it. Now the Rolling Thunder comes through. Now they're all in position. You've got 2 coming from A-Link. Immediately, another one going up into Heaven, so it's going to be a double Heaven push. Nobody's getting around the back, though. But this man has caused them a lot of problems. 2 down there. Boo and Loudly picked off by Nisu coming through B site. And now with the spike down. And looking to the corner. That Stim actually made... sell them a dummy. Wow, okay, that's a wide peek by Cho, just straight facing the window. Timer will take him down, job done.
Yeah, he's not really going to make it out that window, unfortunately, with 3 people still alive. I do like the use of the stim pack, though. I've been very, I mean, not publicly, because there's nowhere to be public about necessarily, critical of the stim pack. I feel like it's kind of like not a wasted ability, but it's just kind of like, yeah, I'll give away my position. It's good for rushing, it's good for defending. But yeah, that's what I said.
He kind of baited with it because he put the stim pack down as like someone would be like, oh, I got to check the corner. He wasn't there. He was actually around the other corner.
And it gives you a nice little buff too. So it's actually, it lasts for a little bit of time. So you don't have to stand in the aura. But again, it was all about that Cypher. It was all about that flank coming through. And that's what won him the round, Yisu.
Oh, the sliver of the shoulder. Taimu took Vac down. Vac just caught a glimpse of the arm. That was all. And that's going to draw the orb out from Boo. They should be able to get themselves the orb down. I may even be able to rescue another op out of that if they wanted it, but I don't think they're going to run double op.
No, it shouldn't be. Not an attack. I mean, you're the one that has to make the move, right? And we already have still quite a few smokes left. The dark covers. Cyber cages. The fault line's going to come through. It's still trying to cause a distraction as the spike's making its way towards B. The Sage Wall, well, it was used, so no longer going to be available anymore towards B. Mattistack are really focused on baiting out a lot of this utility, and their dark cover will come through. And the rotations as well from Cypher. He's got a camera very far up short. He's got trap wires down towards A. They know the hit's coming towards B. They're still going to need more help than this.
Again, the push comes through. McCoy has used the wall already. Is going to get caught out. Cho goes down, but McCoy's still sitting at the back of sight. Now the spike plant coming in. Will get caught out. Niso is just sitting ready and waiting. And that's going to slow everything down. And now the economy will start to cost. They had a lot of money, but that was 3 rounds ago that Mattistack has started to climb and climb and climb. However, I'm going to give it to them. We've talked about Haven a bunch. It is a pretty even map. 6 rounds already in the books for Nolpenki, so they're going to be happy no matter what. They can hit that 7. At the moment, though, Mattistack seem to have their number figured out. Yes, and they are just going to save the weapons. I think their economy is starting to hurt.
It has to be. You lose the last 2, you lose this one as well. That's 3 rounds straight. They've been buying up every round, and I'd almost could say this is mostly likely going to be like an eco or force up. 2 weapons. Let's actually just check out what they're going to be going for. I don't really know the money situation they're on. I mean, Loudly's currently showing 200 money, though I don't know if that's actually true. And again, like Taimu, this is the adaptation. They know that they like to get aggressive. So what do? Is they wait. I mean, one of the first rounds they won was Taimu getting the pick in towards double doors. Exactly where Loudly's playing now. And then they took the C site and capitalized off of it. So they know Nolpenki's going to be getting aggressive. So now Nolpenki need to respond. Stop being so loose-handedly with some of these pushes you're going for. I understand you want the early info, but you can't afford to really give up many more rounds here. At the pace they're going, this should be the first map for them.
So with the first peak working out this time, I mean, the last 2 rounds, that's ballsy. Like, Vac's gone for that the last 2 rounds, and it's kind of backfired, and they've been caught out. He actually makes it work this time around with the double door peak, so finally making it count. As Matty puts a bit of work on. They haven't been very successful on the A site yet, which is looking like it's going to be a B, possible C, as the double doors are getting probed right now by Jbzzz as he goes through. Boo with a dark shadow coming through. Looking to try and back away from this. One of those nades very nearly clipping the box. That was almost the nade back on them as they rotate back around. And looks like he may be probing towards A. Now look at that. Is that a really, really further up Cho trap?
No.
Did Cho do that? No,
No,
okay. I was going to say, there's no way he got that one up. Well,
he has one at C,
in that
and he has
case,
one at
he's put
A.
one on C and A. That's a lot of work. These ciphers do some serious work at the start of rounds.
They get their steps in, you know, they get their cardio going. And Cho's gonna spot them coming through. Now the cyber cages will go down again. He's hoping for the trap wires, but here's the response. The showstopper directly into the window to dislodge him. They get the kill. They have the A site, but can they defend it loudly with a nice shot on Jbzzz? Spike should be planting here momentarily as they are running out of time. But no, the spike actually gets dropped. 10 seconds left to go. They're going to have to pick this one up. Miso is going to have to go for the plant, and he should be successful.
Fast Handy stopping Vac to come around the corner. That would have tried to slow things down. Now McCoy down, and well, Boo's just walking straight into the grinder. Fast Handy popping off with the AWP, but then immediately, Boo does get one down. Straight one-on-one. Where's he going to go? Is he going to go Heaven? Boo switches over to the Classic. Little cautious now, looking through that dark shadows. Is he going to pressure in? He should be able to catch him first. And Fast Handy finds the head with the Classic, gets himself the triple, and a little bit of teabagging to finish the round. 6-5. At 6-1, this was looking like a dangerous game for Mattistack, but they've really brought themselves back into it.
Nice little play by Fast Handy, kind of living up to his name. And you see the great shots coming through. The man advantage was, it felt like, easily in the hands of Nolpenki and not able to pull that off. And they came from the same angle. You kind of understand. They were a little bit worried to go towards window. Again, see the operators for both sides. Vac going to be peeking short. Taimu. No, he's going to be peeking short as well. This should be a kill for Taimu since he's got the angle, but it's whether or not Vac peeks into it. Yeah, he's being way more cautious this time. There it is.
So Res coming through. We'll try and rescue something from the final round of the half. It is going to be a big C play though, and they've got this one pretty much on lockdown. Just the 2 remaining. That's a long rotate that the Sage is making. Came all the way back up short, all the way through A, all the way over B. Finally gets into position, but that's cost them a lot of time. I mean, I still don't really know how much they can do in this 2v4 situation. Fast Andy's ready and waiting. And Cho goes down, and it's all now Fast Andy. Okay, McCoy gets one. Tries to spin around, can't get the second. Jbzzz will take him down. It's 6-6. We're all square at the half.
Not bad. Not bad. I mean, Mattistack have really bounced back in this too. I think it was like 6-1 at one point. But again, they read the aggression. Like I called it before it even happened. Taimu was holding the angle. Vac's going to peek into it, and Taimu's going to get the kill. He already had the position held. And honestly, I just think Nolpenki are just getting too aggressive. They're looking for too much information. Now swapping things over. We're going to see if Mattistack can pull off the defense here. And just to give you some info, Mattistack did choose Haven. And for Nolpenki, they did decide to choose defense first. Just give you a little bit of background on what map was chosen and who chose what side.
Well, as is often the case, the pistol can be vital on these, and if the defensive side tends to pick up that pistol, it can certainly set you back. That's what happened with Mattistack, of course. That's why they went so far down. Actually, no, they won the pistol. They lost the second round, didn't they, to the thrifty setup.
Yep.
But was that the blast back or was that the boom bot that took him down? I just saw Jbzzz getting that kill with. Either way, they're pushing through. It's going to be straight up pistols, ghosts all around everyone that has them. Niso's got himself... What? Okay, gets the fourth from Boo through the smoke. And, yeah, that happened.
Hey, sometimes you're just hitting shots. I wouldn't complain if I were him. Gets a nice 4K, can afford to easily go up, I believe, if he wants, into a Vandal or to a Phantom. I almost think, though, they want to, as we saw in the Rise of Titans tournament, we see a lot of, like, ghosts round 2 when a team wins because they want to make sure to have an operator early on. I wouldn't be surprised to see that either if they really want to get that for Taimu. Because then, again, he really put the hurt onto Vac once he got going and once he finally read into the way he was playing. And that's just, how good of a player Taimu is. I mean, he's an experienced pro. He played in Overwatch League. He's adapted his own style and the strategies to what they need.
Big beat stack all on Jbzzz here. Sitting up close. He's going to try and tuck himself in the corner. Boosted up. Seats him coming around the corner. Taimu gets the double down as well. Make it a triple. That flame doing work. That's probably the most successful molly I think I've seen.
Yeah, it's super trippy because you put it inside your own sky smoke and they're not going to know it's there. And they run into it, and that thing, the amount of damage it does over time, if you're just there for a few seconds, you're dead. Like, you have to move out of it. And the fact that they had the trap wire to slow him down and to spot him out, you're not getting into that site. 15 kills for Nisu, though. 3 for Matty. A little bit of a struggle.
So Mattistack's going for the bonus, and this is going to be a full buy, of course, for Nolpenki. They are going to run straight into this. This is going to be aggressive from Matty. They're going to rush up there with the Spectres. No flashing either. They're just going to go straight facing, but it works out for them. And they get themselves 3 down, and that has made a very costly first rifle round for Nolpenki.
Now it's important here for Mattistack. Keep as many players left alive and rescue those weapons. Get those Vandals, get those Phantoms in your hands. Then you get to save another round. And then you get technically like another bonus round on top of that, and you should have yourself operators. Obviously, it's not like 16K in CS. It's 9K. It's very limited. I mean, pretty much just one operator, and you're almost out all of your money. I mean, it's going to be half of what you have. And they're going to continue to push towards C, but they have to be so careful. They don't have much utility to support this. Aftershock comes through to separate them. Taimu will fall, but Matty's going to be waiting, and both players will be here.
Quickly goes straight around, knows exactly where they are. Got spotted by the cam. Briefly, Chose, though, got Jbzzz down, so that's going to be 2 on 2. They get Matty down, and suddenly this has backfired on them. Nisu, the last man standing, 4 in the pistol, comes around, gets the spike planter down, loudly dropped. And now we're in a one-on-one. Cypher versus Cypher, Cho versus Niso. And the spike is down. So Cho needs to try and play this one smart and slow. He's going to tuck up close towards the double door entrance. And actually got himself down the link. So Niso can't see him. He's thrown that camera out. Just tries to bait it. Nicely done. But look at this. Round the house is! Niso finds the shot on Cho. I mean, I gotta be honest, I think Cho played that just about as well as he could. But Niso was so fast on the switch, expecting it.
A little bit sad to not see Niso use any of those trap wires, actually. I mean, I can't hate on the end result. I almost expect him to throw one down towards Garage and throw one down towards Spawn behind him. So if he did get pushed, he would know about it. But he gets the kill. It doesn't matter. They get a 9th round on the board now. 3 straight on the defending side. He also gets his neural theft up, too. He gets his ultimate. That's a 7-point ultimate. And he gets it after 3 rounds. That's insane. That's so ridiculous. And Nolpenki, I don't know if they're going to force into this round. I don't even know if they have the money or the funds to force up much in this. Lost 3 back-to-back, and something's got to change. Again, this should be an attacker-heavy map.
Well, it did take a while for Mattistack to get going
jeez.
on the attack. Niso's just got himself the double
my
once
God.
again with the tapping through the cyber cage. All right. When you can ride your luck, you know, sometimes it just works for you. And the single taps with the Vandal, you know what, he could line up for the ace here. Gonna get himself another, can't quite finish the job. Time is there though to do it. And that is another rifle round, if I'm not mistaken, gone out the window for Nolpenki.
I mean, what do you even do to this? I mean, they obviously have no breach, which is like typically how you take long A, flashpoint through the wall. If he's hitting shots without even seeing people, like that's gotta be so frustrating. And Mattistack is really, actually these are backwards now at the top of the screen. It's Nolpenki on the attack.
Yeah. No, it's just the observer thing. There we go. No, it was the.
No,
it
it's
was
still
the
backwards.
It was the right way around. It was the right way around already. It's just the colors backwards. It's just the, you've confused. You've confused.
No, because Mattistack was on the left side just now, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it's just the observer mode thing, right? When
free
you're on a
cam.
different. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that hurts my head. They need to fix that stuff. They need to get some spec quality of life changes going on.
Yeah.
But it looks like Cho's trying to go over towards A himself. In the meantime, the team's trying to go towards B. So maybe trying to play a little bit of a lurk role to hit towards A link once he pushes through. Though I mean, they push straight into the site. They actually go straight over towards A. They're going to skip the entire B site. McCoy gets the trade for the 1-for-1, gets a second on a fast handy. There's going to be time, or one more player there who's trying to run around the corner in time. That's time to fall. They have the entire A side, and yeah, Nolpenki. That's a good attacking round.
Spike down, 4-man hold. They are going to try and come from long, but unfortunately, we can see that Cho is already ready. He's going to peek out a short, so McCoy's going to be stopping the breach. Is breach going to go up in heaven? No, I think they're just going to try and save this, maybe. Jbzzz. I mean, they don't really need to save. They've picked up 4 rounds without reply, and along with that bonus round that's in there, so they haven't really lost too much in this time, but it's just not really a viable one. It's just going to be a simple case of getting the exit frags. It's going to go in towards the breach. Can he get any down? No, Matty gets picked off, and they get out clean.
Yeah, well done. I mean, they didn't even need the Cho on Cypher to kind of flank towards A. That was all won by rushing straight in towards A link when they weren't expecting it and just hitting their shots. I mean, Sage gets 2 kills, and then Ty moves left alone on the side. He just really can't do much from there. So, smart play. I'd imagine it's not going to work a second time, though. I think they'd be a little bit more prepared this time if there's any sort of rush. I just wonder more about what's Taimu actually going to have weapon-wise. Is he going to go back to an operator? And is he going to go for peaks towards short, or is he going to go for any peaks towards long? It's not going to be doing any of that, so they're just going to kind of sit back a little bit more and let the enemies come to them. Interesting that they're putting actually... I kind of like actually Sage here in this position. You can rotate in back towards B quick enough to put your barrier orb down if you're needed. And of course,
it's always risky though. The double door peek, you're generally peeking into sort of an operator or something. So it's one of those things that if you don't land your initial shot with that Vandal, and you're dead.
I'm actually, even on that note, I'm surprised there's no Sova. Because his owl drone is so good at just taking that first shot or giving you information to push behind it. As we can see, though, Nolpenki looking to push towards A. It's just a Cypher to defend. But it is the Cypher that's been carrying the team here on this defensive half. From the shadows be coming in. I don't know if that's heaven or hell. He actually cancels it out.
Yeah, he got a peek into heaven, I think. Again, looking where exactly Niso was. And that is just about as close as he can get. Just tipping around the side. I love the passive play. He waits, he waits, he waits. Now, can he strike? No. Boo actually caught him out. Fast Handy does come in, but the damage has been done. He's managed to get the revive back on Boo as well, but Matty gets 1 down. So Boo straight up and down again. Can't see the man at short. Can't get the spray down in the end. Cho will take him down. And an important round for Nolpenki there as they collect their 8th round. Jason, we have a quarter-final on here, I feel. I think this might be going the distance, you know.
I think it could. I think if you compare the way Cyphers were playing, you had Cho sit back in window, and typically there would be like a cyber cage he'd throw down towards long, or a cyber cage towards short, or Taimu on the other team would actually help him out by putting a sky smoke down. So he can kind of sit safely and get those free kills with his trap wares. But we're seeing something different out of Niso. Is we're sticking to the ground. And maybe that's due to the fact that they don't have a breach. We haven't seen dark covers out of Omen used towards window. So he doesn't have that safety net to sit around. It's making it a lot harder for him to play the Cypher the same way we saw Cho do. That Taimu is going to be controlling towards long A. It allows Niso now to rotate out if he wants. Because I believe Taimu was watching any sort of cross. Unless the Cyber Cage was used. Can't tell. Rido, please. Give us some more tools.
Yeah, there's some things that just don't show. I mean, like you were talking about, obviously, the Hunter's Fury just doesn't show on the map. Whereas Rolling Thunder does. Taimu gets one. He almost got the double there, I feel. Maybe even legged someone. I'm not too sure, but the nades in the face, the paint shell's doing the job, and Taimu goes down. So that clears out long A, but obviously there's already 2 rotated in there. Niso holding the angle. Jbzzz also come up close for short there. So it looks like they will pull away from this one and maybe rotate their options. 40 seconds on the clock, so plenty of time to play for. But Mattistack are reading into this one pretty well. And look at the aggression coming from Jbzzz, pushing up short.
Yeah, they're kind of gambling on this. But Jbzzz short, and with the camera left towards A, or more importantly with Jbzzz pushing short, now in behind him, they're rotating players towards C. They should know they lost their trap wire, so they're going to be flanked from behind. They're rushing straight in towards the site. Shots need to be hit, though. Niso, he's going to lose his teammate Matty. That's going to be back with the operator. 12 seconds left to go. If they just prevent the bomb from going down, then this could be a win for them. It's Fast Handy, though, gets his first. The spike will be planted. And now we're in an after plant situation. Oh, he runs out of ammo.
No!
That's the worst.
Oh, man. He had that as well. He had that shot. That would have took it to almost a one-on-one on site because the second player was going around the houses into window. So, 10-9. Close round still, but as you can see, it will be a save this time for the defensive side of Mattistack, and that's likely going to bring things back even once again. It is a pretty balanced map overall. It didn't take us long for Nolpenki to get their attack in half going. Obviously, Mattistack did win the pistol in the following 4 rounds after that. But now, it's all about going for that peak. Is this going to be an early pressure coming through? Oh no, nearly got caught up by the boombot. You don't see too many boombot kills in pro games, so when they happen, they're special. Boo gets him down. Matty's finished.
Yeah. They don't really happen that often. I mean, they shouldn't be happening, though. Sometimes the confusion it can. And so, no effect going to come through. His first of the half spots out all the players heading towards C as he's looking to rotate in towards double doors, putting the trap wire in behind him for protection. But again, they have sheriffs. They're not really going to pick up this round, not at this rate. Though, Taimu, he's been known for his McCree in Overwatch. He's got a revolver, basically a sheriff. Sky Smoke coming through to cover him off as he tries to go through, and he gets headshot immediately.
He was paranoid, wasn't he, I think, as soon as he took that down. So, did he manage to rescue a weapon? That's what I wonder. Can we have a look at the Cypher?
He should have.
Niso? He did. He managed to get himself a Phantom, so that's why I see him running for the hills. 23 kills for him so far. He's doing a good job, yeah. I mean, 9K, all maxed out. Cho and Loudly as well, 8.8, 8.8. So they are basically set for the remaining rounds of this game, almost, unless they go crazy investing into ops.
All operators and all Ares. So what can they do? I mean, what was working for them in the attack for Mattistack was canceling out the aggression out of Vac. But now that Vac gets to be the one to control that, he's the one that can force the issue. I mean, I guess a little bit better on the attacking side. They're struggling with it. I mean, he's able to just sit back while the rest of his team pushes in for him, and he covers off like a large amount of angles, especially towards C as we saw before.
And
there's no smoke.
Even worse, I would say, in fairness to Mattistack. Oh, well, let's just watch this play through, because that's going to be Niso watching it. Oh, cheeky. Behind the cyber trap, the cyber cage. He waited and waited. Now he pops out, gets the one, should get the second, he will. The Rolling Thunder comes in as well around the back of them as Fast Andy joins the party. So they got the 3 down. This is looking like a great round. Suddenly, the 2 that were trying to cover off the long defense are now suddenly cut off from their own plant. And now, well, there's still a minute on the clock. So let's see what Cho and Vac can do here on the attack.
The Rolling Thunder, use out of Matty was good. Straight down long C. separates off the team. As we're seeing these two sit back here, there's going to be on the other side Niso. He should be able to get this first kill. And the second. He gets the quad kill. He takes down Vac on top of that. He's on 27 kills now?
So that goes back to the point that I was about to make before they breached. It's like going back to that third round, Niso got the 3 kills through the smoke. So I would say Mattistack have kind of been riding their luck a little bit on the defensive side. That time, obviously, it was just a great round. So, but as we did see before, Nolpenki, they've got a lot of money, so they're just going to buy straight back into this one and pick another route.
Can we go back to the Cypher? I just want to see where his camera was going on the defensive side. Because it looked like he was trying to put it up in a cheeky place. It's pretty much just a standard place, not really going anything too crazy. It's the Omen to keep attention towards C. They don't want to allow the Cypher to rotate away. That's handy. I mean, he wants to hold on to this barrier orb as long as he possibly can. You want to be forced to use it off the bat. And look how careful Nolpenki are being, too. Peeking into a lot of these angles. They're really scared that Mattistack's just going to get aggressive here.
Look at Jbzzz. He has got aggressive. He's moved right up. He's using the camera to figure it, but Jbzzz is tucked behind the wall on the right side right now. So he's got himself right up there, which is going to give a lot of information for A. Obviously, we're seeing the Brimstone. He could just rotate all the way back over to C or B now and just say, okay, don't worry. A's kind of information's gathered there. Jbzzz knows what's going on. And they've got plenty of time if he were to go down. And maybe I can't imagine he's going to go looking for the back of them. I say that as he goes looking. Jbzzz. Can we look at Jbzzz? Can we look at Jbzzz? Can we look at Jbzzz?
I think it's the hotkey thing. That's
well, Jbzzz found the ball. He got the double. And Loudly takes him down.
And from the shadow comes in. Ooh, going to get in. I think he was towards the window. I didn't actually spot out. Fortunately, you can't see height differentials when it comes to this. Okay, so he will be in heaven. Taimu, Orbital Strike comes through. He takes down the planter. Vac again. He's still going to be there. You don't really know where he's going to be. He can use that updraft to change angle, or he can just get a shot on you and tailwind away. They can't really lock him down. He's so slippery, and they can't catch out Boo. 11-11. I really didn't expect this first game to be so close with how things started off, but, you know, obviously credit to both teams to really push each other.
So 11-11. Will we go into the Deadly Englando? Into the deadly overtime, which is sadly just one round. That's something that hopefully will be looked at as soon as possible. I mean, if anything, it'd be nice if you could customize it in custom games like we have here, but there's no options for it yet. You know, just standard, like, I don't know, if you're gonna kind of copy Counter-Strike, you may as well just copy their overtime settings. I'm just saying. You
casted Overwatch in closed beta, didn't you?
Yeah.
We can't complain about the UI we get here. At least we can see ultimates.
I mean, like, in fairness to Riot, like, in terms of the observer mode, like, Classic was pretty good on the feedback and correcting things. I need to just sort of hit him up again and get more going on there. But Vac has been aggressive with the op this time on site. In goes the showstopper, doesn't connect. I think the wall.
He tried to find an angle above it and he missed.
Trying to get the pick around the side. Taimu doesn't have orbital strike available. Doesn't matter when he's going to run straight in like that. Back against Fawn. Quickly gets caught down by Fast Andy though. He's popping off. Can he manage to find it? Switches to the Classic. Finds the headshot on Vac. Takes him down, but Boo is there to finish the job. And ops galore around the site. And now map point for the best of 3 for Nolpenki. This is the first map if you just joined us. Next one will be, I believe, are we going to Bind or Split? I can't remember.
Split.
Split. Of course it's going to be Split. Nobody plays Bind.
Wait, that's sarcasm, right? Everyone plays Bind.
Everybody plays Bind, but nobody wants to play Split.
So. Exactly. But we're going to see it. Nolpenki must have something up their sleeves for it. And they also got to pick the third map, which will be Ascent. But we're not done just yet. We still could be going to overtime here.
Oh, they're going aggressive.
Exactly. They're trying to really force that back. But Vac, look how far back he's sitting. If we can get to his point of view, it would be sick. I understand the spec modes are not friendly right now when hotkeys switch on you after the halftime. But Loudly gets the kill. Are they going to continue to push this? Yes, this could be it. This could be Nolpenki taking the game here. Paranoia used. Fast Handy trying to come in with the Bulldog. He gets one to slow the push.
Oh, he's got to run. He's got to run. Yeah, he's going to get caught out Loudly with the triple as well. Just chases it, pursues it. And now,
Taimu.
Is Taimu going to get caught out? Yes, he is. Tried to go aggressive, and that's almost certainly The map and the round in the books as Jbzzz won the last man standing in a 1v4 setup with a Spectre. Let's see what he can do. He's going to get around the back of them. But loudly with the quad at the end there. Beautiful stuff. Great performance. And the attacking half in the end was what did it for Nolpenki, because obviously it was 6-6 first half. So, and in fairness, you know, they went 10-6, Mattistack did, but once they got their teeth in the attacking round, it seemed it was not really doable for them. But look at that, Niso, 28 kills on the losing round, losing half.
Yeah, he put in some serious work. Honestly, I mean, he had like a triple kill, as you pointed out before, over towards Long A, shooting completely through a cyber cage. Just unfortunate it wasn't enough in the end. I feel bad for Loudly, though, because he got rezzed twice. And both times he got rezzed, he died instantly. He really was just a punchy bag for his team, but he still pulled off 18 kills. He still did relatively well on the Raze, and obviously you have to give a lot of credit to this Lithuanian team. They were up early in the lead. They started to lose it, and they started to lose very early on in the second half, but they finally adapted. Vac, for me, he's MVP. The pressure, the power, the presence he required on the almost said the AWP, on the operator, was insane. And you saw Taimu have to respond, and pretty much all of Mattistack have to respect it.
Yeah, I mean, I still feel that Riot were kind of having a bit of a giggle when they named it OP.
yeah.
Pass me the what? Pass me the what? The OP? I feel I had a bit of fun.
Which is more confusing why they don't want to do like the CS spectator mode, right? If they're willing to like make games
exactly.
like in the game of CS.
Yeah. But yeah, some great work. I mean, there was a lot of triples, a lot of quads in there, but this is the bonus that I see. And this is what we're starting to see more and more of in the show matches, is operators using that tailwind to hit and run effectively with the jets.
And that thing is like, it's so funny because Jet was always a meme. I mean, she's basically Viper now when it came to closed beta, but that was also people not realizing how to play her properly. She wasn't the character necessarily that you just dash into enemy teams to go for kills with. It's more of you get a kill, you retreat, you play safe, you play with the man advantage. It's more of that kind of style, and it works out well. And there's different styles to play different agents. I mean, we talk about Sage. You can play her like Scream does, get aggressive, or even Link for Fish 1, 2, 3. Get aggressive, play selfishly, or you can play more of a supporting role for your team. Same with Reyna. But honestly, there was fantastic plays across the board from so many different people. Fast Handy, I mean, as a substitute for the team, he did a phenomenal job. He clutched out like at least one of the rounds we saw over towards the Ace site. His classic worked wonders for him, and it's a little fortunate they couldn't pull it out in the end, but there's still another map to go. It's still a best of 3 at the end of the day.
It reminds me a little bit of a conversation I had with Uzi, which was a League of Legends, a legendary player actually, AD carry, and he was talking about Ezreal, and he said, me and Reckless play it the same, except we use the movement differently. What he meant was Reckless always used it to attack, whereas he used it to escape. And now, as you say, from the beta, everybody was like, I'm using Jet. Yeah, look at me jump in and go aggressive. And now people are realizing, actually, no, you use it as an escape tool to get that aggressive shot and get the hell out of it. And it's working. We saw it with Brahms for Rise of Titans multiple times, and we've seen it with Tymo as well. Not Tymo, one. With Vac, sorry, a bunch of times as well. So we're going to go to break. When we come back, we're going to be moving on to the second map. So it's Nolpenki that are 1-0 up over Mattistack. See you in a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Trovo Challenge. $10,000 up for grabs for Europe, $10,000 up for grabs in North America. I am Lee Demon Smith, Jason Kaplan is joining me. And if you didn't get to play in this, well, why not? You could have played. You could have got yourself on the GLL system. They're going to start running tournaments all the time on that. And anyone that's played PUBG will know just how good GLL are, that's for sure. Jason, did you realize 776 teams signed up for this?
I did. I got the exact same document you did,
so
amazing, I know all that
right?
information.
Do you know how many players it was?
3,000 something.
3,880. If you had the same document, Jason, you'd know that.
I don't have it open. I'm looking at your beautiful face on this screen. I'm looking at your beautiful face on that screen, and I'm looking at the beautiful chat at the same time.
That's it.
I love being surrounded by beautiful people.
Beautiful people everywhere. I got you. Oh, the dog's moved. she realized she was on camera. There was a dog butt that was there. She's moved over here now. So you're gonna get dogs and cats and all sorts in my apartment. Sadly, not in Jason's. Maybe his girlfriend does wander past in the background. That's the best we can hope for.
She didn't want to be on camera today.
She didn't want to be on camera.
Yeah. She didn't want to steal the attention from the show because we're obviously focused on these teams. We're focused on the players. Again, names that you normally wouldn't be seen when it came to a lot of the invitations that happened in closed beta, even the Ignition series over in EU. It was basically show matches happening, though we did see obviously some pro players within these teams. But it's really cool to see. I mean, Vac, I'd never really heard of him much before this. His jet's been pretty spot on. He does play a little bit of a different style than like your Yaxine that we saw over in Twitch Rivals, who's I believe with NIP at the moment, where he plays like more aggressive with a like Vandal or Phantom, whereas Vac's playing more with an Operator. But we go on to Split, and this map, I still really don't have an answer after doing the Rise of Titans of what's kind of the balance between the two. Obviously, mid's been opened up quite a bit, so it's a little bit more attacker heavy. I think we're kind of getting a good idea when it comes into this game here how sided it will be. Though I am worried at the same time because we don't see flashes, we don't see Breach, we don't see Reyna coming out of the Lithuanians, and that's such a major factor when it comes to taking some of these sites.
And this was their map choice, if I'm not mistaken, right?
It was.
So we'll see how that does. I mean, that's obviously going to be a kicker for Mattistack itself because they've just lost on their map pick, their first map pick. So they're going to be a little bit worried coming into this one to Split. As we said, it's a map that a lot of people have been kind of banning out and avoiding. Whether that's based on pre-changes, because obviously a lot of people played it in beta because there was only 3 maps back then. And everybody kind of started to hate it. Now, I wonder with the changes, as you say, in mid, opening things up a little bit, maybe even the lack of Sage play. Obviously, both these teams are running Sage at the moment, but we have started to see teams drifting away from it. Maybe Split will start to come into it a bit. Very surprised that Bind wasn't picked in here, but I guess it's been banned away by one of them.
Well, it wasn't okay. So it wasn't so much banned away. It's a pick system. So Team A
so it's like one
picks the first
side.
Map, and then Team B picks side of that first map, and then TB picks map 2, Team A picks side, and then Team B picks map 3, and Team A picks side. So technically Team B gets to pick 2 of the maps. So it wasn't really banned. I mean, it technically was kind of, if you think about it that way, right? They didn't pick it. But I do kind of wonder why, in particular, it wasn't being used. As a sense, going to be the last map. Maybe it's something Nolpenki has kind of prepared for.
Well, we have a Reyna coming into action for Mattistack here. Don't know who's playing it. Is it Taimu? I can see Jbzzz once again on the race. Niso is on the Cypher again. Was that either the battle bot? Something just caught Cho. I'm assuming it's Cho that's on Cypher for Nolpenki. Now, just to give you an update on Nolpenki, they have had they've played in a couple of finals already. And the Lava Series, they were 3rd and 2nd in the Lava Series, and they've played across a bunch of tournaments. So very active. They have changed lineups a couple of times, and Loudly has been good on all of those lineups, and it's a great little entry for him there. Jbzzz will get Vac down, but Loudly quickly replies, fast handy down, and you can see Jbzzz very low on health, goes down to the Battlebot.
Yeah, that thing can be extremely deadly, especially when you're caught reloading. The spike should be planted. They have a wall off towards CT as well. So both going to be coming in from tower, I would imagine. And Taimu, smartly enough, catches the flank. So Cho's going to fall, turns into a 2-on-3. Trying to block off the main entrance. Lear being used to get them in. No more Lear available, though, to blind them out. They still have to locate where the remaining players are going to be. And one of them's going to be tucked away. And it's going to be Boo to get one.
Gets found out, though. So Jbzzz was low, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, it wasn't Jbzzz, sorry. It's not Jbzz's in there. Taimu's going to try and stick it. Comes around the corner. Loudly's there. It's Loudly was ready and waiting. And a 4K in the pistol for Loudly. It was 3 for Taimu in fairness, so he would have pulled off the 4K if he'd come out on top in that duel. But more worrying for Mattistack, they lost the pistol as the defensive side.
Nice shot by Jbzzz. Again, these paranoias. I mean, out of Boo, they've been amazing. We're only getting to see Taimu for the first time use it, which he switched over from Brimstone. I mean, they have double blind. And they have one set of smoke. So it kind of worries me, though, like when you go to executing towards one of these sites, that you're going to have to really, I guess for them, to defend these sites, you really only have Taimu to help protect it. They're going to use it aggressively here, try to sit inside of it with the shorty. The camera's going to spot it out, however. So Cho knows there'll be at least one here. I do like the shorties, however. They are ridiculously strong, especially on these second rounds. Only cost you 200 money. It potentially could give you a gun. Let's see. It looks like it will be going towards B. There's gonna be no trap wires here to catch them. Didn't go for the reinvest into it. They charge straight forward and back. Yeah, that's a hard fight to win when you can't shoot immediately after tailwinding.
Yeah, it's not going to have the aim quite right either. It's got to take the time to reset. Talking about obviously how the in-game works. It's effectively as if you've sprinted and stopped dead. So it's like takes a small time for the aim to set themselves up. This is a tricky one. Boo could be critical in this as he tries to push around. Taimu is tucked in with the shorty. Tries to peek in, but Boo was ready and waiting for them. Still yet to get the spike down. A big thrifty round potential for Mattistack here. But as you can see, there's two of them very low on health. Matty really the only one that's got the full health in there. Boo gets around, sees the one. It's down to a 2-on-1 now. Gets himself the pull, but Boo is there again. Can he go for the quad? He's going 1-on-1 with Nisu. Nisu up high with the Spectre, but can't get him down. Boo will finish the job. A really nice round from Boo there.
This is tough, though. You go into that second round, a round you should be winning pretty cleanly, and you kind of need to win cleanly, and they only survive with one player.
That's 8 for Boo, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken, in 2 rounds. Didn't you get 4 in the last round?
I didn't catch it, to be honest.
I think it is. I think he's on 8-0-0. I believe he's on Boo. So.
I mean, if he was, yes. He would have his ultimate though.
No, it was loudly. Tell a lie, it was loudly. It was loudly that did the 4K. So they do get themselves the op in the third round. Obviously, more importantly for Mattistack, they didn't force into anything there. It was just simple. We have started to see it when it went to a 1-on-1 effectively. So we've seen teams starting to force, especially on the defensive side. Jbzzz using the battle bot to get himself the orb there. At the moment, they will stay pretty passive in mid. Not too sure how much that Dark Shadows offers. Like, he just threw the Dark Shadows to mid. I wonder if Matty will look around the corner. We'll see exactly how much coverage it really gives. It's more just like a blob in the center. It doesn't cover the whole side anymore like it used to, obviously, before they made the changes. He's thrown it out again. But I think it's more just passive coverage than anything.
They're going to bail into the A site. Loudly's going to be here.
It's going to be Vac versus Taimu, isn't it, down long?
I mean, Shroud Step going to be used to get back in towards the elbow. Jbzzz, sorry, going to be using the showstopper here, trying to buy some time.
They all backed. They all backed instead, yeah.
Trying to wait out the ultimate. 25 seconds left to go. I mean, it's allowed the rotations to come through. They're getting Sage there. Lowly looking to come around in towards tower. Looks for the Reyna. He gets the kill. This is an important kill as well, as they are pretty much under-weaponed. Under-weaponed? Underarmed. Underarmed? They don't have the best weapons. I don't know where I'm going with this. It's been a long day. The Spike carrier's been killed, though. They can't plant anymore, so this will be a defensive win.
Yeah, fast hand.
What's the word I'm looking for, Damon? Help me out.
I mean, you were
underpowered?
Underpowered, probably, yeah, is the best option you could go for. But Vac's going to save the op. But it will be a defensive round for Mattistack there. I don't think they were that underpowered, were they? They had saved in the previous round.
They still had some like Spectres and stuff,
I think they were in full buy. Either way, didn't work out too well that way. Jbzzz will get bought for him. Okay, so Matty is the one that's underpowered. So they are still a little bit underwhelmed.
I'm liking the 3 Vandals. I mean, obviously, some things have been changed in the game to make the Vandal a little bit better. Like the slow speed from being shot. You don't get slowed as much, which is where one of the reasons why the Phantom excelled. Obviously, the extra quicker rate of fire makes that work. But the Vandal's so good. I mean, especially when we saw started from CS, you know, Existence, Happy, and Maniac, they were all about the Vandals. It just feels like an AK, and it feels like something you're comfortable on. And you can see Taimu here currently with his. So they have double flash towards A. Like that's such a hard win condition though to be successful with. They can keep you blind for such a long amount of time. And they're going to need to here, Demon, because it looks like they're going to push straight in. I think From the Shadow is going to come in after dark cover. I think he's going to pretty much ult into his own dark cover.
That's Heaven getting blocked off.
Oh, he's going elbow.
In the corner.
Ooh, okay.
Taimu. Ooh, he saw the ult coming out, and he does get caught out. That's going to be a showstopper straight to the face. Not a lot you can do about that. McCoy will take Maddie down, and I got to be honest, I think they might just save their weapons here already. They are rotating through from spawn, which is currently walled off, so that's going to force them up into Heaven. Yeah, and they've already called it. They're just going to back away from this one and save the weapons. As I say, they did only have, I think they had 2 Phantoms and a Spectre. I mean, these guys have got, I didn't see. Actually, tell I think it was Matty that had the Spectre, so he's the one that's died. So it's just going to be saving the Vandals and the Phantoms for the next round.
And if you're a newer player, or maybe your player doesn't, I guess, understand and look at that in from the shadow out of Omen, out of Boo, kind of like thinking at it as like, well, why did he just waste that ultimate? He died, or he got picked off instantly. His ultimate got canceled. Well, there's like 2 uses to the ultimate. Yeah, you can use it to flank around behind the enemy team and get into a different position, or just to reposition yourself in general. But you also use it as like a recon bullet out of Sova. He goes in, he spots out where Time was holding from. He just retreats back, because obviously the recent changes to his ult, and then they just push in and knowing exactly where one player is going to be, and they completely overwhelm him. So
and even more so
it's not even wasted.
Even more so than that, they did it at the exact time they pushed. So it basically completely distracted his attention to look to the right, and they push in and catch him on the left. So
and loudly blew him up with a showstopper. Like he calls out, okay, he's in that corner.
Overkill.
All right, showstopper. I don't even think it's overkill. I mean, it is like 2 ultimates for 1 kill.
Yeah.
But the rounds, I feel like, are really important.
The round one, and they lost what, 1 person, I think, in the round. So economy absolutely stacked out. So he's going to go and
I think he missed his one
camera. Yeah, which instantly got shot down. I think it was Loudly that's over that way. Taimu considering getting the orb, but decided not to. He doesn't need it. He's got it already charged up. May just do a deny with it. Remove it, but it is going to be a full stack. Spike still over this way. Loudly living up to his name over on the B long. And something, Jason, that I have noticed, we're now 4 rounds in, nobody has even remotely gone for that mid-control yet.
I was actually just about to comment on something about that. I mean, not necessarily the lack of mid-control, which it seems like Boo's going to be doing here. I was thinking back to the Rise of Titans finals we just did. And I think it was Fabricant who just kind of didn't bother to hold mid necessarily. They put the players at A. They didn't hold vent room, but they kind of kept their eye on it from the B tower side. And then they just kind of gave it up freely because they realized you can't contest this as the defenders. It's too hard to get these kills with the cover being taken from you. If anything, you force him into choke points like this. He gets the first kill. He doesn't re-peek it. I like this. Again, keep the man advantage. There's no point. Gonna sit inside the smoke in case they do push it towards this side. They're gonna flank around from behind. If that's handy, gets a second. Timing pushes in. But Boo in the meantime has gotten 2.
Yeah, Boo's playing well at the moment. It seems
Oh
to be
my
a
God,
hot match
what?
for him. Well, Balabot was on a mission. Jbzzz does finish him off with the gun, but I think the bot would have done the damage. And Manny gets loudly down. So I think Boo's going to be a little bit aggrieved by that.
I mean, it didn't teleport, but I'm going to load that up on the stream because that was disgusting. I hope that's in the highlight here because that was honestly ridiculous. It went up the ramp in a way that he never predicted. I know there's been some like janky things with it where it can go up like walls sometimes. But yeah, that hurts. That hurts. Either way, Mattistack hit the round.
I wonder how tilted he is after that. Oh dear.
I'm tilted
okay,
for him.
we're getting Vac back on. Okay, this is interesting because Taimu has changed position, so there's no dark shadows to block Vac this time. It is Jbzzz that's actually over on ramp. Boo and Taimu in mid, going at it, the Omen on Omen. Dark shadows all over the place. So actually may give him control of this, but it's going to be fairly passive. But of course, that means that with them being here, Jbzzz is going to be critical. Now, did Mike... it's not Mikey. I was chucking Mikey as... need more DM, was he? Was he? Was he need more DM? I think he was. I was thinking of the Rainer. It's Matty. Matty that's on it. Going to try and keep him at bay. But Taimu has rotated. Cho back on his feet. So they're back to 5. They really need to get a heal on Vac. He's absolutely dead to the world. But I guess that's not available. Are they going to rotate to B?
They can. They have a tower. I mean, Taimu's trying to watch the angle. The Empress was used. It should be running out in about 10, 15 seconds time. And they have time technically to play with, but they don't want to, execute too late. They're hoping that someone pushes them for info. You can see where Taimu's rotated away from the elbow. They kind of think they are going to be rotating back towards B. As we can see, it's wide open. But they're going to commit towards A. They're pushing in. They block Taimu off. He has to rotate or push through the dark cover. And Matty's just not hitting shots. They have the sight. They have the time to plant. And they should ideally be around here for Nolpenki.
got to assume, unless they really get caught out here, the spike plant has gone down. That was really one of the only saving graces. Vac gets away with that one. 61 health. Did get their small heal off and quickly gets the smoke down. Fast Andy will get Jbzzz up. They really want to try and pick this round up. Niso's going to go for the peak. Oh, he has to stick it because he was stuck in the slow. So the orb working now well there for McCoy. As they hold onto sight, they're realizing this is not going to happen. Fast Andy gets caught out. Jbzz's the last man up on ramp. Does get Vac down and loudly. So that takes the operator away from them. It's going to cost them, if anything. And yeah, he's going to secure that weapon and back away and try and hold what he can. As they will be in hot pursuit. He can just blast back himself away. So Nolpenki take it 4-2.
You know, okay. The unsung hero of that round, I feel like, was Vac. The position he held over towards the entry towards A, he kept like 3 players back towards ramp. And what he does is he held aggressively. He misses the shot against Fast Handy. He uses the tailwind to get away and a cloudburst to provide some cover. He then, you know, stagnates his cloudburst to continue to buy more time. And then I think he gets like 2 kills from that, if not a third. It was such a good job just to like prevent another angle for the defenders to hit back towards the site with. I mean, he pretty much holds 3 back and they get the round from it 4-2. In the meantime, Time is going to be going for the peak, but we'll expect the man towards shadows, or sorry, sewers. It's going to be Boo. Oh, Boo should be dead here.
He's going to get pushed into sewers. Just about gets away, 12 health. Will they continue to chase? No, because they've been running into the grinder, but damage done. Should be able to get healed off, and he will be. And you know what? They're coming back. They're coming back for more. And Taimu, well, he's going to see the Dark Shadow coming straight out to him, so he will back away and go a little bit passive here as Boo protects the nuclear boxes.
So Jbzzz pushes into B main, and he gets a double kill. This is surprising. They actually put Cypher towards A this time. Maybe they wanted to get aggressive, realizing the A site was going to be the susceptible one, and Time gets the paranoid down. Back respawns with the shot. Still the 4-on-2 in favor of Mattistack here, however. Oh.
They're going to expect him. Oh, they get Niso down. I thought he was going to catch him off guard there, and that's going to give them the chance to plant. Now, don't forget, Jbzzz, as you say, had pushed up long, and that's why Vac is staring at this position. It's the spike planter that needs to be worried about him, though. So he's going to spin his attention back towards heaven, keeping that eye on long. And now, Mattistack, if they can execute this well, they should have this one pretty well set, because I don't like Vac's defensive position at the moment.
It's very aggressive. The Lear comes in. He has an angle hidden from it. Jbzzz should be pushing at the same time. They know the dark cover came from.
Ooh.
And yeah, I mean, that was 2 1v1 duels. Yep. And the last player, Jbzzz, comes in from B main. He's by himself against 2. He's got to get some massive kills. Time is going to start to run thin. He does have a showstopper. He's sticking the defuse. He's halfway through. They're going to have to check this to come around the corner. He maintains the half, but Cho flings from behind. And Nolpenki again will get another round.
Oh, will they lose the weapons? No, they're gone. So, 5-2, Nolpenki. Will they be taking a 2-0 series? They won 13-11 on the first map on Haven. Mattistack's map choice. And of course, with the pistol going Nolpenki's way as well. It's not too surprising they've stacked out, but they've looked really good in attack so far. Some of the great shots in this round. And as you say, it was 2 1-on-1s. That was the problem. Wasn't they did peak at the same time, because you saw them both go down at the exact same time. Okay, well, as you can see, weapons are at a premium right now for Mattistack.
Shroud step in. He's got the Bucky. I mean, you're seeing them try to get aggressive towards middle. I'd almost like to just see them push 3 defensive side straight down on towards the attackers. But I guess in this round it's going to work out in their favor because there's 4 players here. I mean, it's been a massive switch up ever since you mentioned Demon. Like,
yeah,
there's been no mid control. They're like, huh, that's not a bad idea, Demon. Let's go for mid control.
I was about to say, it's like they went 4 or 5 rounds without looking there, and suddenly they're doing it every round now. I wish I hadn't mentioned it, because I actually hate the mid control battle that keeps on going there. But either way, they have rotated away from this one. It leaves Jbzzz on his own. Now, he was the one man that had the Vandal, the one person that had the weapon on the team. And he's managed to make it work for them. The other 4 have obviously stacked out A side. So Spike Plant comes in, and nothing to lose. Jbzzz just has to be patient and wait for his team to get in position. I wonder if someone's going to try and come this way through mid. I expect they will. They're going to go straight towards Cho here because they want to get around and get that weapon that Jbzzz has just managed to find.
Cho's going to win the round. If they don't spot him, if he doesn't go through this and make noise, he wins this round for his team.
Sits and waits, sees him, managed to get him down. Fucking Cho done the job though. Taimu on site, trying to find where the spike was planted, but it's not there. It's not in this default position. They put it in the other corner, just under heaven. And that's what he was looking for.
All right, Matty.
So, back away they go. Matty goes down.
Another round. Again, not that clean, very close vac. It feels like he just lives and breathes on like less than 20 HP. This is not bad. Nolpenki, I mean, they're definitely putting themselves in a position to get through to the semifinals. They're still going to have a tough match, though. 2-4 GL is going to be waiting. I hope I said that name right. I totally could have messed that up. Letters and numbers in a name always mess around with my head. Yeah, 2G4L. That's a team that I'm curious to see, and I know some people out there want to see as well. The good old Italian boys from Finland. We didn't get to see them in the Rise of Titans. They got knocked out, unfortunately.
But yeah, I mean, they lost to... Was it Nemo DM or started from CS? I think it was started from CS, right? That took them down.
I think it was Nemore DM, but I'll check. I'll just to make sure.
Either way, one of the eventual finalists.
Started from CS, yeah, 2-0. And they beat them 13-3 on split as well.
Smashed them. Well, I do feel that split can go that way sometimes. At the moment, we're seeing it 6-2. Yeah. This may fall away. We'll see. It's why a lot of teams are not really enjoying it. Loudly back on his feet from McCoy. They're back to a 5-on-5. They're aware that Jbzzz is in there. Jbzzz, actually, to be fair, Jbzzz has been causing them problems on B side.
Yeah, his aggression. I mean, it got a nice 2K before, even though they still lost that round, unfortunately. But that res not only gives them another player, it gives them another ult to play with. They have the showstopper now. And speaking of it, he's going to actually blast pack in, looking for Jbzzz, most likely. Oh, I actually must have thrown it over towards tower, because he didn't have it around in the corner there, and he's going to fall fast handies there to help protect. And this is looking good finally for Mattistack.
Yeah, this is looking like a solid shutout now. Jbzzz gets himself to spray down. Nicely done. Triple for him. Peeking out a corner, considering they knew exactly where he was. Did the job. Got himself the support. But 6-3. Still trailing. Coming in towards the half time. We're just 3 rounds on the board. Can they try and lock this one down? I gotta be honest. I actually think an 8-4 is pretty standard for this map. So they're not doing too bad. If they can lock out another round, I think they'll be happy.
Forget their place.
I just want to see where they're gonna stop. Like if they're gonna continue to build up steam here. I get that. We saw finally Mattistack get around, but at the same time it was.
This could work well. This could work. Oh, thought he was gonna leer and peek. Got baited myself there, Jason.
That's the worst bait. It's when you do it to yourself. I mean, the thing is, I don't think there's an upside to peeking this corner because, like, they're so safe. Unless, like, here would be better because they can't retreat away in time to stop you. But at the same time, there's so many players that all they have to do is just shoot that leer out and then have one player ready for the shot when he rounds the corner. I think it's very tough to use a leer to peek. You have to use it with teammates. I think it's more of a supporting ability. You need to push with the leer at the same time. You can't really do that as easily with Reyna. But the hit, we saw this exact same setup. Oh, back misses the shot. Loudly there's to capitalize off of it either way, though. And Jbzzz responds with 1. That's on to Boo, and he actually flanked in from behind them. This is now tough. No Penky. They should just push in towards B if they want.
Manny holding, waiting. Does manage to get the 1 down. Tries to get himself away from that one. Niso comes in to help him out. Shu does, though, get the reply with the Bulldog. He's been cleared out of sight. Now Niso, weapon switched over, and McCoy will get him down. Gets the... Actually was going for the plant, had to pull out of it, and that may buy him the time. I think he's going to get caught out of the battle bot to the face. Jbzzz does the job. Defuse will come through. They did get the spike plant. That's why he was kind of sticking in the end there. But 6-4 the score now. Mattistack clawing them back.
Oh, ultimate up for time move because of this. Yeah, give the extra money. The Boombot claims another life today on this map. And Mattistack now with 4 ultimates to use. There shouldn't be a round they lose. By the way, this little play by Matty, I love this. So what he does is, gets the first kill, and most people in that situation be like, okay, dismiss, 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 or heal, heal, heal. But he waits for a split second, so he spots out another player. He drags it out long enough that he can use that dismiss to just stay alive even longer and then reposition against the player who peeks around the corner. It's really smart. I really like that actually out of the Reyna. And Taimu, I like that even more.
Yeah. Starting to see the old Taimu shining through once again. Getting those early peaks, gets back down as well as he tries to push on through. It is I was going to say a relatively thrifty round, but Boo coming in with the Vandal. Does get taken down by Niso though. And they are spread all over the place. Neuro Theft comes through, so they know roughly where they are. Cho will get taken down, only had the Sheriff in hand. And now McCoy with just a Bulldog and the Spike to play with. Unlikely that he's going to get in on site and get the plant in.
He shouldn't be able. There's a trap wire there. Fast hands. Just being a little bit too quick for McCoy. So the Sage will win the battle.
I don't know
and
what
5-6.
Nationality Fast Handy is from, but it's quite funny, you know, when you know that Germans call mobile phones handies.
I will ask you, or I will find out for you.
It's a fast phone, yeah.
We'll take your guesses. We'll take your guesses, and then we'll see who's right.
Because they're quite a mixed. They're quite.
I'm
a
gonna go
mixed
Swedish
setup, aren't they? You think Swedish?
I'm gonna go Swedish.
Probably.
Your eyes, Amir.
Let's have a look. Nope, that's the wrong team.
He's not on the roster on Wikipedia.
He's not on the roster, is he? Yeah. So I don't know actually.
That's why I'm asking their like coach / manager guy. See if he can give me an answer on that one.
This is important information that we need to know.
I mean, these rounds are going. Yeah, these rounds are going slow enough that I can. I can do that. You know, I'm here to help you, Demon.
The final round of the half. Investing everything into it. Seeing what they got. Vac getting tagged up but healed up. Taimu starting to make the operator his own at the moment as the shadows will go down. Vac gonna try and push it. They're actually pushing through that. That's ballsy. They've 4-stacked through and they've managed to get past Handy and Jbzzz down now, which leaves Taimu alone in heaven at the moment. Now the rest of his team are going to rotate and try and find him, join him there. But he's got a lot of work to do here. With the dark shadows, he's going to try and slip around it, but now the sewers run begins, and they have heavily rotated away from this one. It is just going to be Matty on site as the Reyna. Way down back, but again he re-rotates because they've just heard Vac still around mid, so he's pulled away. And actually, that's the point Taimu's teleported himself down onto B site, so they're still convinced that it's going to be a B hit, but we can see Spike Plant going in, 5-man hold.
Oh, let's see. I almost want to see Taimu just from the shadows behind them. Okay, so he goes into tower. Not going to be heard, though, by Loudly. Oh, that was a great little two-piece there out of him. And a flawless round comes through in the final round of the half, 7-5. And honestly, I like the switch up. The thing is, with having Vac on the operator, they play so slow. But when he picks up an assault rifle, they're able to push a lot quicker and be a lot more aggressive to really pick up the pace and not allow these flanks that we saw happen out of Jbzzz quite a few times. He's Hungarian.
He's Hungarian, so I don't know what they call mobile phone. Oh well.
I don't want to know where he got his name from then.
Yeah.
If he was German, I'd be like, okay, yeah, reasonable. Not going to ask now that I know he's Hungarian.
So, 7-5. I think both teams would be okay with that. It's not a runaway round or anything. Just the pistol on you're straight back in it for Mattistack here on the attack. Also, the attack tends to have the stronger side, so we'll see how it works out. Looks like going to stack out with the Omen and the Jet over on A site. Mid is going to be very passive as expected, so the Sage is just going to be covering that with the walls, I expect. And it is going to be Cho and Loudly over on B site defending there. There's the wall going down, as I say, and it may give a turn for them to look towards A site, but the rope room is being watched.
Yeah, the wall, I mean, it's like 600 HP now. It really
It's
Only
nothing like it
stalls.
used to be, yeah.
Yeah, it stalls for a few seconds. That's pretty much it. I mean, you can see they're shooting it down. Paranoia's come through. McCoy's been forced to give up the high ground. I loudly don't shoot yourself. But the way he's holding the gun, that's not how you hold a gun, I swear. And with that one push out of Jbzzz, it actually baits the rotations through. If they're all going to be coming up towards vent room, there's going to be a jet. There's going to be an Omen waiting, and Boo and Vac do pick up the first kill. And Vac, I don't know how many moves to think off of this. What?
Oh my god. I mean, I saw the paranoia come in as well, so a lot of them were caught out by the paranoia. But really nicely worked there. Timer though. Can he pop off? Gets the one down. Sees the second. I think he tagged it maybe as he went in the doorway there actually, but he's going to get caught from behind by Cho. And that is an important pistol round. Nolpenki pick it up. 8-5. And now we'll see what Mattistack can do. They're going to have a pretty thrifty round here, so not a great deal they can pick up. Let's have a look at some of these highlights. McCoy finding the nail.
I don't know how he gets these two.
So he gets the Lear and then gets the two heads. Nicely done.
This shot, that shot at Taimu. I mean, it didn't really connect. I mean, it didn't get the kill onto Sage, onto McCoy. But he was so quick and so accurate on that flick. And that's what Taimu was so good for in Overwatch. People thought he was cheating in that game. I remember talking to Pansy, and she even thought there were, or she didn't think cheating necessarily, but there were like rumors and like people always complaining he's cheating.
Like it's an angry tweet will be coming back at you, Jason, if you're not careful.
But I mean, like people are always like wondering, like, is he actually cheating? Even in Overwatch, people are like posting clips like, this guy's clearly cheating. He's just damn accurate and loudly. Well, he seems to be accurate too. 2 kills comes through. Nice jump shot and a Nisoy.
He actually got took down as McCoy that saved him there. 9-5. As expected, Nolpenki will take that second round. They only lost one as well, so now they're going to ride into the bonus round, which we'll see whether Mattistack can punish them for. Again, don't go by what you see there, because all that phantoms, that's completely null and void. It's a bug with the observer tool. Hopefully we'll
Cho, where did that come from?
Get to see what they've got.
I love how Jbzzz was holding the pistol into his own chest. Actually, no, that was loudly holding the pistol into his own chest. I love when the bugs, or the guns bug out. Looks like they're grouping up towards the middle. They're being very careful, expecting it mid-aggression. I have Nolpenki, and to be fair, I would too. We see Vax already doing it towards A, and he loved to do it on Haven. It's a lot harder of a map to do it on, though, here on Split. But we're down 4 rounds, and only 3 left to give here. Mattistack have to start picking up something on this attacking side, and they might have found an avenue to do so. That room is completely open. Vax there holding with an operator. You got Boo there as well, trying to hold the forefront. And 3 players towards B, actually. This was what I was saying before, when we saw Split in Rise of Titans, like, people just tended to give up mid on defense.
Ooh, it's an operator holding it. I'm not too sure how quick he can work this. The paranoid doesn't connect, so we will get the one. Quickly tailwinds away. Holds it, looks to the box. Oh, he got tagged heavy. All his armor gone. Boo's going to come in support. He's got the Spectre, though, only down low, so they've sort of saved him for that one, but he will manage to catch. No, he won't. How did he not take fast handy down? I felt like he had that one in the bag, but Jbzzz will get loudly. McCoy, that's the rotator stopped. Vac is still alive, but very low on health, and now Cho sneaking in behind. He's got one behind the wall to his right. He's got another actually directly behind him. If he'd have just turned around, I think it's Jbzzz that's there, yeah, and Jbzzz will find him, so Vac's the last man. He's got an operator, so he's just going to run and save. So it will be the round for Mattistack. 9-6 the score now. As the bonus round, so often, it can be a tricky one. I mean, we've discussed this many times about the bonus round effectively, which is basically keeping hold of those Spectres, and sometimes, you know, it can collect you so much money, but you're going up against full armored people, and it can just hurt you.
Yeah, I mean, investing into the operator there it seems so risky, but at the same rate, like, he played safe enough to save it for the next round. I mean, even the peek he made towards vents, so he dodges the paranoia. They come up vents. He's still holding a wide angle, and because you're Jet, you can hold wider angles like that. If he's on a different agent, you get one, you die, because they're going to rush you down. But because he has the tailwind, he just whooshes back towards his own side of the room and escapes. I wasn't sure how, like you said, I'm not sure how the Spectre didn't get, I don't remember who it was. I think it was Boo. Didn't get the kill onto fast handy.
Yeah.
Even with the Spectre at that tight angle. But they're going to buy up this run anyway, so it's not too big of a deal. It's whether or not they can stop the rot here and get a 10th on the board.
Got away with it. No armor. And took a big old hit. McCoy will just heal him back up, though, but still takes him to no armor. But the initial op shot working. That's been Jbzzz. I noticed he did that the last couple of rounds, actually, with the paint shells. Oh, the shoddy working out. He's got the showstopper as well. Onto fast standing. Cho's got Matty down, and a thrifty coming in here. 1 health is all he's got to play for loudly, but it doesn't matter. Nisu will go down. And, well, that backfired for Mattistack.
The shorty and the showstopper. What a combo out of him. They weren't able to rush him down in time, and, well, if they tried, they were just going to die anyways. Again, Vac, he pushes towards B main. He ends the round over towards A tower. He's being so mobile around the map here, causing so much pressure. They don't know where this operator is going to be playing on any given round. This time, it's going to be in towards middle. I would imagine Taimu is going to go for a dark cover relatively early on, but it looks like Nolpenki want to go for an aggressive play. 3 players here. Dark cover will stop them from going for that aggression. And Vac gets away without even taking, well, I was going to say without taking a single point of damage. He gets shot through the wall.
Yeah, good work from him, though. He dodged to the right, fully aware that they're going to be aiming at the doorway, so he just waiting a few seconds to get back in position. Ooh, aggressive stuff. Look at this. Boo on defense. Look how far he's pushed out. He's actually looking down sewers, so he's got all the information play right now that it's coming over B side.
Yeah, there's a trap wire. I don't know if they have a boom bot left, but they shoot the wire anyway, so it's not really going to matter. Boo, his rotation, his flank, he needed to be a little bit quicker in it, unfortunately, because they're going to already be in the site before he's able to apply pressure. Though he might be able to do it a little bit quicker than they expect. There's still going to be a trap wire to watch him off. The layer is going to come through. A blast pack as well to do some early damage to the wall, covering them off. He could blast pack over, but there's no point. The showstopper even being shot out.
They've been so passive on site. They've been so passive, but now they're going to try and strike. So Cho comes in, Vac gets one. There's Boo with the crossfire. He pops out. Loudy gets the other. Vac gets Matty down. Boo does go down in the end. So Vac with the ulti will run it and get the defuse. We're looking at the 11th round here, Jason. The penultimate round, perhaps, as Nolpenki are doing some work and maybe taking Mattistack down in a quick 2-0.
There's 4 ults now for Mattistack. I mean, Matty, I think, yeah, on the Raze. No, sorry, he's on the Reyna. Jbzzz on the Raze. He used the showstopper on the entry. It doesn't get anything. It's so unfortunate for him. Not sure if you have the angle on it. Yeah, again, Vac. Like, just look at this. Because there's so much presence on the actual bomb site, he just sits towards Raptors. He sits towards B tower, and they forget about him. Now they're against the 2 Sheriffs, a Vandal, 2 Bulldogs. And they have some decent money to buy next round anyways if Nolpenki loses this round. And Vac, again, changes up position. He was in middle last round. He was in B main before. Doesn't get the shot this time, though, and that's a big loss.
Will it be enough to try and draw them through here? It's going to be the Neuro Theft just keeping their positions covered off, but that blast pack is going to hold them off. Loudly will drop back down into vents. There is actually Jbzzz is just around the side of him, so he's kind of trapped between both of them at the moment. The paranoia will come through, but he's still got Jbzzz in the back and gets Taimu down, and Loudly has cost them here. Should have been able to get away with this, but he's got himself a 4K. He's looking for the ace. Going in with the showstopper. That's not going to work out, but it does catch him in the back. I think that's got to be the splash off the roof. I mean, he was trapped.
He was even blind. And you saw Cypher jump down there to protect the res, expecting to get the kill, but he pulls off the control with his spray. Taimu tries to run for his life, but you can't run, you can't hide from a showstopper. And Nolpenki now 1 round from closing out the quarterfinal and advancing through into the semis. Oh man, there's been some phenomenal individual play in this game so far.
Well, Mattistack fighting for their tournament life. $400 in the bank already. Can they try and make it more at the moment? It's not looking likely. Loudly has been very impressive. Jbzzz will go down to him once again as they vie for mid-control.
Oh my God, Boo.
All 5 of them were there, but that's given the chance. And Vac's actually gone fairly aggressive on B-Long as well, as he's tucked himself up in an off angle. But they're going to rush it. They're going to try and rush straight into heaven. Let's see how it works. Loudly will get finished off, but he did manage to get himself the blast back down there. I think maybe the page shells actually that worked it. Cho just... Oh, he didn't check the corner. He got away with that one, and Niso goes down. Quickly takes the Lear down as well. And maybe even going to push the angle. McCoy will be finished off. Boo will get him down. Game done. And Nolpenki will sweep Mattistack aside. 13-11, 13-6 over Haven and Split. And it's a quick 2-0 and moving on to the semi-finals.
Quick, but it wasn't really, it didn't feel like a stomp, you know what I mean? It wasn't like a completely one-sided game. Yeah, 13-6 you look at, okay, well, that's one-sided, Jason. Of course, that's a stomp.
I mean,
it
didn't
feel like it.
They got the one round on defense. That was it, Mattistack. I mean, that was the big problem. They did okay. It was a 7-5 first half. But they just couldn't really get going on the defense. And it can be that way, right? If you don't get the pistol, you know, I think they lost to a Thrifty again. So that's both maps. They got caught out by Thrifty in the second round as well. So not the best, but Mattistack goes down. The Cats are going wild in the background here, Jason. But yeah, not a decent game. And Nolpenki, we were talking about them. We didn't know a great deal about them. We've seen them briefly in beta tournaments, but that's not a great marker, really, until you start taking down quite a few. What are you looking at?
What is your cat doing?
What, him?
What is that?
This one? That's Rocky.
What is he doing?
He's licking himself. He's cleaning himself.
How big is his tongue? What the hell? And his whiskers.
Food up in the corner here.
Oh my! Okay, that was really weird to see.
He's a big cat. That's
but
for
sorry,
sure.
you were saying before. So we're gonna have the Lithuanians move on to the semifinals, where they potentially gonna meet up against a very difficult Finnish team. Obviously, don't know the results of that game. You know, again, it's cool to see Taimu. I don't think this was like definitely was not like an actual roster. I think he was looking to play with full time. I think this is just more of like a puggy group together to play in some tournaments. It was still cool to see some signs of life of the old Taimu that I got to see back in Overwatch. And there was some good plays overall. Like Niso on his Cypher was really interesting to see quite a few times. I think for me, Cho on a Haven was probably one of the highlights in general and how he defended that A site. But look at that. I mean, Loudly, the quick double kills. They both rush to him. And Vac, that should just be the gold standard for a Jet player.
Yeah. For an operator player, you know, using the classic and the op all in the round. It's all locking up nicely, just really using it. It's just
one highlight reel, all his
right
kills.
Now,
yeah.
It's just a highlight reel, and of course that's the bonus with Jet. You do have the blades in there to use. This is Loudly's 4K that I just felt shouldn't have worked. Tosses up the blast back up the top, gets them both down up there, and gets the Cypher dropping down on them. Maybe he's going to Cypher later. I don't know. Not going to go there. So they're going into the semi-finals. That'll be tomorrow. But of course, we need to find out who they're going to join. And TG4L have been playing in their semi-final. I'm just trying to remember who the heck they were playing. Let's have a look at the bracket. Perfect timing. Let's see exactly who they're playing. Well, it's 1-1 at the moment. Worst players and 2G4L going at it in the second semi-final. And they're going to be joining Nolpenki in the semis. And that, of course, leaves us to the next matchup, which will be between, I believe, 5GG and Esoteric. 5GG, formerly known as Crazy. They're going to be up against LOL and Jbzzz in the other quarterfinals.
I do want to say, though, is that on the other quarterfinal, which players was 2G4L, I mean, they have some ridiculous players. Chihuahua. I mean, we talk about Link Sage, we talk about Scream Sage. His Sage was insane. I've actually played against him once, and I can't even believe a player can be that good. Demasic, XCS player. Pipson, XCS player. Dunno, I think Dunno as well was an XCS player, and I wouldn't be surprised if Arch was on top of that. Yeah, he was as well. So it's basically just like a CIS-CS team that has some insane skill. Whether or not they have the synergy they need to like start to pick up some games, that's still yet to be decided. However, being 1-1 against TG4L, that's a good sign. I really want to see what the CIS region brings to the table. I mean, you think of CSGO, you think of Navi, right? You think of like Gambit, you think of these really standout teams. I know there's going to be some phenomenal Valorant players and teams coming out from there.
Yeah, and obviously talking about Dimasic, you know, this is the sign of Valorant right moment. There are quite a few mixed teams. We obviously, you know, Mattistack is kind of a mixed team effectively. Dimasic was playing for what, Prodigy, I think it was, and Rise of Titans.
He was
the other day as well. So sort of bouncing around the teams at the moment. Everybody's trying to find their feet and waiting for those orgs to come and scoop them up, as we saw with with G2 today, getting their 4th player. So we'll find out who their 5th is going to be.
Hey, good for artists. Good for artists.
Artists, yeah. Well, I mean, it's an interesting team. I wasn't expecting the lineup they're picking, with Mixwell's obviously the captain. He's making the choices. But anyway, that's for another story. We're going to go to a break, and when we come back, it will be 9 p.m. So set your clocks. We've got around about 80 minutes until the next matchup. We'll see you there. Myself and Jason will be taking you through all the coverage. See you in a few.